Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Ooh, it's been a while. Welcome to Comment of the Week for January 27th through February the 2nd. The first honorable mention today comes to us from Boston Rock Spot. Let's see if I can whip out a Boston accent. It's been a while since I tried this one. Time to get all Boston. Guy, I can't wait for that fucking Pats Nation to die off. We'll be able to score 50-yard line tickets for $20, and the price of beers won't be $15 anymore. Bruh, it's gonna be a pisser. Brady's done, kid. Done. Oh yeah, and Alex Cora got caught cheating, and the Sox fixed him, dude. What a fucking schmo, guy. You think their World Series was a little shady, dude? I can't wait for all these bogus fans to go away. Let's tear down Foxborough like Randy Quaid described in Major League 2. And now with all that cheating scandal surrounding Sox manager Alex Cora, who has since been future endeavored, time to level Landis down street and start over. Bring back the rat and let's make my once dirty water even dirtier. It's not the best. I get that about maybe a 6.5 out of 10. The second honorable mention comes to us from Savage Beast BMF. One time, I was pulled over, and a friend of mine was in the back seat. The cop took our IDs. 5 minutes later, he came back and said, "You two up front are okay, but you in the back, you're coming with me. You have unpaid fines, and you have a warrant," as he was taken away and put in the back of the cop car. I said, I gotta do something. So I got out, walked to the cop car, and asked the cop if it was too late or if he was going to jail. He said if his fine was paid, he could be set free. I asked how much. He told me. I paid cash. The cop said, "You're a true friend." My buddy, who was scared, sat in the cop car, no idea what was going on. The cop then opened the back door, uncuffed him, and looked him in the eyes and said, "I was going to take you to jail, buddy, but this guy saved you. If I was you, I'd pay him back, because if it was not for him, you'd be going with me." He started to tear up. We were under 20 years old at the time, but it was the right thing to do. He said, "You're my hero." He started crying in the back seat of my car as I drove off. I looked in my rear view and said, "Troy, it's okay, bud. You can cry after you swallow." They laughed and we had a great day, and he paid me in cash, but I was just doing what I thought was right. The third honorable mention comes to us from Snickle Fritz. You know what's ironic? Completely off topic here. Game museum idea is lame, by the way. Me making fun of all these YouTubers having basement leaks the past year, and then it actually happens to me. And let me tell you something, brother. It's nothing like they show in their scam videos. It's complete chaos. Swimming through water while your WWF action figures and Big Betty blow-up dolls are floating by your face, and you're just trying to save all your really important stuff and not even thinking about unplugging that surge protector. Meanwhile, while the search and rescue mission is happening, and you're lucky enough not to get electrocuted and also trying to stop the water that's flowing in, it's kind of like your house has the runs or something. Luckily, most of my nudie mags and 5-game collectibles made it out alive. But here's the thing. You won't be seeing me asking for Patreon funds, GoFundMe account now open. No, sir. I'm an adult, and I'll handle my losses and pay for the damage with my own damn money and fix any damage with my own damn hands. Next up, we got the bronze, baby. I don't even know who I choose as a bronze. Who's the bronze? I got three here. I'm choosing this on the fly. This is real time. Real time, we're going to go with the bronze, Billy Sosa. The whole thing is ridiculous, talking about game museums. Video games would maybe have an exhibit in a museum at the most. I went to an exhibit at the Toronto Science Center when they had a video game exhibit. It mainly showed how video games have advanced over the years. It was focused on the tech rather than the games themselves, and mostly was displayed on screen showing how graphics and sound had improved over time. There were historically significant pieces of hardware on display as well, but was minimal. Also, there were NES and SNES and some more modern consoles there available to try out. Again, this was meant to demonstrate the advancements over the years. The exhibit at the Science Center was on for a week or so, not a permanent fixture. I found it pretty underwhelming. Maybe a young child who didn't live through the 9% of gaming history would find it more fascinating. I always thought a game museum was a dumb idea, only there to show off. Well, a lot of times people go to museums to learn about a lot of things. The education. You go to a dinosaur museum to learn about dinosaurs. Okay, it's fascinating. You see all the fossils, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Cool idea for any museum. Maybe you go to an art museum to learn a lot about art, and you see, pieces through the years and everything. You learn stuff about the people that made the paintings. The argument for a game museum is, hey, it's a cool idea. It's the execution, I think. Okay, it can be done really well, I believe, but it has to be interactive. We talk about John Hancock. What would the John Hancock Game Museum look like? What would it be like? I guarantee it wouldn't be really super interactive. I guarantee you all the games would be behind cases. Okay, locked probably, bulletproof cases. You're not going to touch those games. No one's going to touch anything in the John Hancock game collection. Not with your Cheeto dust hands, anybody. Well, not you, Billy, unless you eat Cheetos. The idea is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous, unless you really explain how your museum is going to be different. But like I said, when it comes to museums, video games, a DVD museum, think about it like this, a DVD or Blu-ray museum. It's stuff you see all the time. Stuff you see all the time, unless you have some really interesting stuff there. And you have, like you said, not just showing it off, but having people explain all the little details about it, educational. That's the key. Museums should be, I think, educational. Interactive, educational. Two things I don't think the John Hancock Museum would be. Just, using it as an example. Thank you there, Billy. The silver medal going to come to us from Horndog. Radical one. Have you seen the Seabagger named Nathan Barnett who plays this dad character on the Dad Feels channel? A few days ago he posted a plea to get his Patreon to $2K per month so that he can bring back the dad character because it is expensive. He makes no money on the videos. They are free, blah, blah, blah. He has done this many times at $1,000 and $1,500, and when people called him out on it in the comments, he compared it to fundraising for PBS or selling Girl Scout cookies. Oh, like Metal Jesus did for a while. A lot of you are not going to understand, because I no longer have that up. That's on the second channel, by the way. I'll knock at the door. That was a great upload, by the way. Yeah. South Park was in there, too. I wonder if I could leave a link to that. Yeah, it's on a separate channel. I'm not going to leave a link to that, but I'm just saying. Check out the second channel. All right. It's one of my best. Absolutely ridiculous that he deleted the post. I have never seen you talk about this guy, so wanted to bring this to your attention. He does streams with his friends to collect money almost every other day. Almost every other day? That's more than UTech USA, huh? And always compares his YouTube videos to going to the movies or paying for Netflix. I used to like Nathan until he started doing this and defending himself when people called him out. The Dad Feels channel. I went to see some of that, and I think his uploads are kind of interesting. They're different. There's one, the Dad Bod Dance, where he's coming out of a dressing room and he's wearing different clothes. I don't know. Doesn't seem groundbreaking. You said he compares his stuff to Netflix or the movies. All right, well, that instantly makes me think this guy is a fucking douchebag. That has no concept of, he has to be self-aware. A lot of these YouTubers, can they please be self-aware? I mean, I'm just saying to a lot of these people that think they're as entertaining as Netflix. You're not as entertaining as Netflix. Okay, the Dad Feels channel? No, it's not. It's not going to cut it. I mean, maybe I haven't seen the full catalog, but no, you're not. Netflix would not pick up you on, and Netflix will probably pick up a lot of different things for their exclusives or whatever. Their exclusives, some of their exclusives are good, not so much. But I'm just talking about what they offer, not only just the Netflix stuff. And some of their movies are pretty good, by the way. The one, Underground, I think it was called, that was pretty good. It's not Netflix. It never will be Netflix. And just to hear people say that, I'm like, I hope this guy gets called out and reamed out for that, because it's not. Dude is not Netflix. All right? I would not pay. I think most people would not pay for extra of the dad bod or whatever the fuck he offers, okay? I'm sorry. It's just not Netflix. It ain't. It ain't, plain and simple. Now, just because a couple people might give you some money, it doesn't mean you can start comparing yourself to Netflix, all right? We're talking about YouTube here, and a lot of people will just throw money at stupid stuff, but it doesn't mean it's up to the quality of something like a service like a Netflix or a Hulu that offers lots of high quality, whole seasons of high quality TV shows and their specials, which are hit and miss. So, yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to focus on this comment reply there, Horndog. I'm not really going to go down that rabbit hole a lot because, you know, I got my hand in many holes already. So, sadly, Horndog, I don't really have time for that bald dude with the dad bod. I just ain't got time. Dude, you ain't Netflix. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, it's just like my brain can't get past how fucking stupid that is, okay? He's not Netflix. The Game Chasers are not Netflix. Not that they've ever said that, but if you're a YouTuber and you think you're equal to Netflix or Hulu, I got some bad news for you. You're far fucking from it, okay? You are an entertainment powerhouse, all right? I don't care how many people comes here in the future. You'll never see me say, probably just want my hoochie mamas. I was checking. Sorry, I was just checking it, you know. It's the weekend, you know. What can I say? Trim. Now I lost my... I was thinking about something else there. Ironically, your name is Horndog. Okay. Now, we got the gold. We got the gold, baby! Is this your second gold so far for Comment of the Week? I'm not sure. Man, that is something. Haddington Rose has been on it. You've been on it. When it comes to why some channels can use things while others can't, it comes down to just YouTube hypocrisy. Larger channels have bigger voices and make more money for them. Look at Watch Mojo. They do nothing but show movie and show clips and nothing happens to them. Reviews show small clips for the trailer and they get striked. Heck, I got a hard stick. Hard stick. Horndog, you know, was the last commenter. Sorry. On this channel for reviewing the AVGN movie and just showed snippets to prove my point on how mediocre the film was. Ashens, on a smaller scale, hello, and budget did better a year before, and his film was made for free on YouTube. My other hard stick was I did an in-depth deep dive look into the film Aragon and how the author not cooperating with the screenwriter and director doomed the film. All the things the fans bitch about came from him and not wanting to let spoilers out. I thought it was a very well-made hour-and-a-half documentary. I went into behind the scenes using the book and special features on the collector's edition of the DVD, and even contacted people who worked on the sets. Fox struck me so hard, I thought this channel was going to be deleted. And the funny thing was my documentary was pro them, but they took it down. But leave it up for people bashing them. That was the last time I showed my face on YouTube. After that, my camera broke, and I just didn't care anymore. Negative 500 plus subs later, and here I am. A dead fish floating in the water. While my new channel, I don't even put effort into it. Why waste all that time and effort when I could be doing other things? I've written 5 books since I quit YouTube, and 6 counting this one I just finished. A couple things I want to focus on here. It is YouTube hypocrisy. How certain things just don't happen to bigger channels. You could look at Watch Mojo. I think about, who's that guy that hangs out with AVGN sometimes? The guy with the suit, the guy in the glasses. What the fuck's his channel name? Nostalgia Critic. Okay, I wonder how. Like how. He basically plays video, and I don't know if he does audio, but he plays video from the entire fucking movie. Okay, show me how that could work exactly for an up-and-coming YouTuber. It's got to be something. Please explain to me in the comment section down below how the Nostalgia Critic gets away with it. People talk about content. People come by here, had him 10 rows. Hey, Rick, you don't have any content. I'm like, a fucking Nostalgia Critic. He's on here getting millions of views, showing a fucking movie. Excuse me. Excuse the fuck out of me. How many people would really go to, the Doug Walker podcast? I'm just saying. But if you're a bigger channel, I guess you get away with it. I guess you got tools at your disposal. I'm not sure how it works. I ain't sure how it works, And you're talking about your channel and how you feel about it. And how you just, I would say probably when all that happened to you, you're just like, man, I put a lot of time and effort into my videos. You're probably saying to yourself, I put all this time and effort into the videos. You said you even contacted people. You put a lot of time and effort into it, but then you lost subscribers. And then you were in a situation you're just, right now you said you're a dead fish floating in the water. It happens a lot to channels. And hell, even this channel, it's not really where it was in 2019. Sometimes it could be something as simple as maybe going away for a couple weeks or a month. And then it's hard to get back to where you were as far as views, subscribers. I'm not sure. Maybe you get punished if you don't upload as much, or maybe you go away. I know one channel, Alpha Omega Sin, Art Bell, let me know in the comment section down below. Usually Art Bell gives me updates on that channel and how that channel's doing, even though that's not much of a channel. Certain channels, certain people, for some reason, maybe they don't get punished as much as others, and that we could look at a lot of different things. You said that you could be doing something else. I'm sorry, it's 3:30 now. I'm kind of like woozing out a little bit. You said you could be doing something else with your time. I tell you, Haddington Rose, the time I took off away, I got more done in my actual life in those 3 weeks that I got done in months in 2019. I realized that I was spending far too much time on YouTube. And if you're one of these unemployed YouTubers and that's your whole thing and that's all you do, okay, then yeah, you have the time. You have the luxury of time. But what a lot of people don't understand is I put a lot of things on the back burner in my own life because I was uploading so much in 2019. And it's not to say I'm not as passionate as I was in 2019, because I'm still passionate for the channel and I still love doing the channel and I love many things about it. But I also loved so much the time away from YouTube. And I didn't know that would happen. So I come back and I'm happy to be back. But I keep going back and forth from man, I got so much accomplished when I wasn't on YouTube. Do any of you feel that way? Not just creators, but any of you that are spending a lot of time on YouTube. Do you, or just the internet? Let's say, you get away from the computer, you get away from the internet. There was a day or two where I had some internet issues. And this was maybe a week or two ago. And my internet was out. And I was stressing out for a little bit because I'm like, oh shit, I can't get on, YouTube, can't get on Netflix. You can't even sign into certain games on your Xbox if you don't have the internet. So that sucks. So I was using my 360, playing some games on the 360. I'm serious. Some games, even their offline games, Xbox won't even let you fire them up. But you know what? I got a lot of things done outside of the internet. I went outside for a while, It was nice. It was nice. So sometimes getting a break away from things is good. Now, in your case, you said you've written 5 or 6 books. I don't know a lot of these gaming YouTubers that have written five or 6 books. I mean, you've written books, man. You gotta be pretty fucking talented for that. I don't know if I could write a book. Did I say read a book, write a book? I can read books. Magazines with the pretty pictures in them. But I've never written a book. I've written a couple scripts for things, concepts for movies, just in my spare time. Scripts, concepts, but I don't know. I'm not really... I'm a good writer of comments and things, but I don't know, replies to trigger idiots in comment sections. People think I'm an amazing writer, but I don't know. Not the kind of writing of writing books. It stops at comments, okay? I'm a comment writing specialist, I'll say. Out of it. I don't have a strong finish for this. But thank you for the comment, Haddington Rose. And I don't have any great advice for a lot of people on, their YouTube channels. I don't. I'm not that guy. Okay. I can just tell you from my personal experience that appreciate your audience that comes to your channel. Appreciate that. And if you get big, don't get a big head about it. Because the thing is, like I said, substance, there's not a connection on YouTube a lot of time between actual substance and quality and views. Sometimes you just get fucking lucky with it. Sometimes you upload something that you think is really good, but it doesn't get a lot of views. But that's not on you. Okay, a lot of you don't stress out. Unless YouTube is like your job and you have to. Then by all means, stress out, stress the fuck out. Make sure to put all those red arrows on your, on your thumbnails. Make sure every day to follow Google Trends and upload whatever is trending. Make sure, keep doing whatever you fucking can because you got to put food on the table. But don't do that, okay?